Hey, it's great to see you. I'm Abbey Gibb, your personal holistic nutritionist, and these are the Tired Girl recipes. Why? Because ain't nobody got time for that. Today we're talking snack time. This literally takes about 2 seconds to do this one, 2 minutes to do this one. Dude approved, kid friendly, very easy, and they're gonna save you a lot of money, and you're gonna know where all of the ingredients come from, which is huge. This first one is like my go-to, okay? So it looks like this when you're all done. This I throw in my bag, I have with me at all times. So pretty much all you're gonna do, take almonds, right? And the serving size for almonds is about that much, a palm size, okay? And you always wanna be able to make more than one serving, but you throw that in there so you're not wasting time, right? And then just like a little handful of coconut flakes, a couple of allergy sensitive chocolate chips. This was what makes it the dude approved kid friendly version, right? You can omit this portion if it's just for you. And then this secret one, I wish that I could have like a whole farm of this in my own house. These are mulberries. You can get them at any health food store, and why I love them is because for just a small serving, you get 3 times the amount of vitamin C you need for the day, which really keeps up your immune system. So if you've got those sniffly kids at home, this is what's gonna help you to not get sick. So what is a serving size? Again, one more time, it's about a palmful. You throw that in there, and then just take a little bit. I like cinnamon personally, and if you notice, there's no added sugar or salt, and then that's what it looks like. You throw it into your baggie, do a little dance, and that's it. And then just throw it into your purse. Another option is, of course, to not waste that much time, make a big full thing of it and then throw them into individual baggies, and you'll have snacks for an entire week. Okay, moving on to the one that takes just a tiny bit of work. Grab your kids, by the way, and involve them in this, because that really shows them where their food comes from, and they're gonna start to connect with how they eat a little bit better. Okay, so first off, we're gonna take some really awesome creamy peanut butter. You want to warm it up just a tiny bit if you can, just so it makes it a little bit easier. And you pop that into the bowl there. Now you're going to notice at the end you will have sticky fingers, which kids love because then they get to, lick the spoon, things like that. And then you're going to take one banana, mash it up with the fork, throw that in there. Now another reason that I love this protein ball recipe is that at the end you just throw these in the freezer. You'll have them for at least a week, and there's no added sugar and no added salt. Then you have a cup of gluten-free rolled oats. Now, I know you're thinking, isn't oatmeal always gluten-free? And it is, that's true, but it's always processed in the same facility as ones that make normal wheat-filled breads, and they go on the same conveyor belt, so they just get covered in gluten from other things. So we can talk for hours about why I personally don't like gluten, but you want to look for gluten-free rolled oats. Okay, cup of that. Throw that in there. And then comes the protein powder. This is 2 servings. I personally really love Paleo Protein. That's just one of my favorites if you aren't vegan, because it's made with just egg whites. And it's fantastic because there's just not a lot of added junk in there, and it's pretty tasty too. I mean, they have tons of different recipes, different flavors, however you want to use it. So this is 2 servings, because again, you never want to do all this work for just like a day. And then you take the fork, you mix it in there. Now here's the one thing, everybody's protein powders and whatever else might act a little bit differently, or how much banana you had in there. So if that's the case, just know that you can always add more milk if you need it to get a little bit creamier, and you can always add more oatmeal if you need to dry it out. Now at the end, if you want to add one more like little flavor, that one was glazed donut, yes please. But if it was just basic vanilla or something like that, you can also just take a little bit of cinnamon, throw that in there. If you again notice, I don't really measure anything out. Why? Because it's a Tired Girl recipe. We don't have time for that. Make it like a meatball. Throw it on the plate. And you're gonna go do that over and over and over again, and then throw them in the freezer for like 15 minutes at the most, and they'll be good to go. Then just take them out, throw them in a plastic bag, stick them in the fridge. They do have to stay refrigerated because they'll melt. And then you just have them for the whole week. And they come out to about 5 grams of protein and about 40 calories per one. That's awesome. And it costs you like $1 total. So there you go, on this very sticky fingered note. Thanks for joining us. For more information, of course, you can always click below of how all these different ingredients and how I made everything. Again, I'm Abbey Gibb, your personal holistic nutritionist with some very sticky hands. And this has been another episode of your Tire Girl Recipes. Why? Because ain't nobody got time for that.